I'm gonna go out to the store after this because I need to get out because I'm gonna go nuts, man.
Mm.
I really am gonna go nuts. So getting out of the house would be a good thing for me.
Okay.
So this is about a person that you know that you've seen on in the community tab. I want all my mods to know this. This is all my mods. If you see anyone in my channel called Guess Who, not Who Dat, leave Who Dat alone. I love them. They're beautiful, a beautiful, beautiful woman. Um, but Guess Who is abusing FOIA now. Um, FOIA law is very distinctive that you're not supposed to, use FOIA to abuse, harass, intimidate, or, violate or demean another person. That's what they state fully on FOIA, right? This dude is so psychotic and completely just a stalker. And I hope, like, people, I need help. Like, if you have like any like authority in any way, I need help. This dude is literally looking up at old records from when I was 17. For some reason, this dude has gotten a hold of my old military records from when I was 17. And when I was kicked out of the military because they diagnosed me with borderline personality disorder in the military. This person has gotten those records from FOIA and is currently trying to use it to harass me and intimidate me. Now, they left in this message, as long as they don't profit off it, they're okay. But if other people profit off it, you're going to have a problem too. So just know that. I've already reported this person. And I'll probably be reporting them to the FBI too, because this stalking level has gone to scary levels. Like, literally paying FOIA to harass me and to intimidate me. Like, it's so gross. It's so gross the level these people go to try to publicly humiliate you in any way, shape, or form. They're currently making fun of me because I was only in boot camp for 3 weeks, 21 days, and then I was in separation for 18 days after that, so 5 weeks, something like that. So they're trying to intimidate me and make me feel bad as a person for being diagnosed with a mental illness at 17. A mental illness that was caused by abuse. Um, this is the level these people stoop to now. I don't I suggest all these drama channels you guys frequent to stop watching them because they're this dangerous now. These people will stalk you. They will go to FOIA and pull up records against you and try to intimidate you. But I'm at the point in my life where I'm just going to show every single crap thing you try to do to me because you're trying to make me look like I'm a horrible person when you guys are literally stalking me and collecting FOIA reports trying to intimidate me. You're not going to intimidate me. All you're going to do is make me even louder so someone can fucking hear me. Do you know how scary that is? Having a bunch of people you don't know look up your private information like that just to harass you? Do you know how scary that is? Do you know how horrible that is to do to someone? Like, this karma that you guys are collecting for yourselves are so bad. It's so bad. Look at my community tab. Look at what he sent me. It's right there. It's right there. The harassment level of it. The intimidation. The underhanded part of it. It's so sick. It's so disgusting. And really, someone has to do something about it. They really do. Someone has to do something about it. Because this is enough. I'm not doing anything to anyone. All I'm doing is exposing these people. You know, you want to go and say, I'm triggered? No, I'm not triggered. I'm exposing you. Okay? You guys come to me yelling and screaming at me over who I am as a person. You're triggered over me. Let's get that straightened. You're triggered over me. When I don't do anything to anyone. But you're doing a lot to me. And I'll just keep showing the world how disgusting human beings you are. Because you are.
Can I just state one thing?
Yeah.
Legally speaking, because I like the law, I like to study it, you're literally, your Fourth Amendment right has been violated by a citizen utilizing FOIA. FOIA needs to be adjusted to protect people that do not deserve to have their docs dropped. And that's a fact. They need to change something. They need to make the requirements to get the information more strict or more proof that you know the person and you need... Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, what does my military records have anything to do with you guys?
Nothing.
Anything. Nothing. It doesn't show what kind of person I am. What does it have anything to do with any of you guys? This is how sick you are in your head. This is how sick you are in your head, abusing FOIA to intimidate and hurt me. Mallory Ash, wow, that just read what he did. That's so creepy. What the fuck? Yeah. I know, Mallory.
Yeah.
I know. It's the most creepiest thing that someone's done to me, by far. Digging something up when I was 17 years old. I'm 37. I'm almost 38. You know, and trying to make me feel bad for having a mental illness that I didn't even cause. It was caused by abuse. Heavy abuse. Could you imagine being a little girl and never knowing if your parents loved you or not? That was me. I never felt loved by my parents.
On top of it, it was a normal discharge.
Yeah, it was a normal medical discharge.
Normal.
It was a normal medical discharge.
They're just proving that you tell the truth.
Yeah, I know. They're just proving I'm tell the truth. I know.
Technically, he did say, I apologize. It was for shitty reasons.
Yeah, but he then went and left the message like, as long as I don't make money off it, I can do whatever I want. You can't intimidate me with it. You're not supposed to harass me with it. And yeah, I tagged the FBI because I am going to let them know what you're continuing to do to me.
Yeah. It's abuse of FOIA.
Okay? It's just criticism and critique. No. It turns to harassing when it's unwelcomed. You bringing up my FOIA files and bringing up my personal files for that is unwelcomed. And most people would look at it as harassment.
Psychotic, yeah.
Most people would look at it as an inappropriate thing to do to another person. Most people would think that is the most sickest fucking thing to do to someone. And most people would be absolutely horrified this stuff is allowed to happen on the internet. Most people. Do you think people are going to look at you as some kind of hero for you abusing FOIA? Do you think people are actually going to look at you for that? And look good at you like that? I'm exposing you, dude. I'm exposing you. I'm not triggered. I'm to the point now where you've triggered me so much and you've pissed me off so much that I'm like, fuck it. You're gonna fuck with me, I'm just gonna show the whole world how you're fucking with me. Because I've been silent for so long over you guys persistently harassing me, intimidating me, interrogating me, belittling me as a person, to the point where I'm just gonna show the whole world what you're doing. You want the attention on yourselves there? I'll give you the attention that you seek. Okay, I'll give you the attention what you seek. You want to be abusive and mentally and emotionally abusive to me? Fine. I'll show the whole world how you're emotionally and mentally abusive to me. And then you can continue to say, oh, you're just triggered. You can't handle criticism. Blah, blah, blah. No, I've been handling it pretty damn fine by being in silence. But now I'm going to handle it even further by showing people what you do to me. And then they're going to start waking up and leaving your side because they realize, whoa, these people are not good people. Because if they're willing to do that to her, they're going to do it to me.
Anybody.
They'll do it to anyone. They're not there to expose me. They're there to show who they are and what they're capable of doing and what they're trying to do to destroy a life. They really are, man. Thank you for the $5, whoever gave that to me. Thank you so much. Let me see. Super chat. Your day to shine. Thank you, Bullish Sunshine. You are such... Bullish Sunshine is such a beautiful human being. I love them so much. They're so edifying and so uplifting. They are incredible human being, and I love them to death. I like really, you are awesome. Love you, Bullish Sunshine. But I purposely put this on my members only chat because I don't want to hear from these people. I want nothing to do with these people. I think I've made it clear several times. I want nothing to do with these people. I don't want to say their name to the point, and I need a lawyer right now to that will work pro bono to help me. Because I honestly, if you're a pro bono lawyer, you could make a lot of money from these people because my harassment is beyond comprehension. Okay, you go look at what is her name, Cecil McFly's video of me, 300 fucking K more, like almost 500,000 views on that stuff. That money belongs to me because it's complete liable slander. The whole video's slander. Saying I've been to jail certain times when I didn't. I've been arrested certain times when I didn't. Twisting facts, twisting information, complete and utter narcissistic lying and abuse. And a bunch of people believed what the fuck they had to say. Same with all the other drama channels. All lies, all try to twist things. And I'm going to keep showing what you guys do. Okay? You want to go and try to tattle on me all the time. I don't do stuff like you guys do. You want to call me a nasty person for me a couple times losing my shit on individuals that kept pushing my fucking buttons? You want to make me look like an awful person for me just finally having it and losing my marbles on someone who just kept pushing me? Really? Really? Okay. Okay. I know how to play this game now. I see it. Okay? I see it. Because this is, I swear to God, this is a whole group of sociopathics who enable and encourage narcissistic abuse. They all found each other. And they're all trying their best to play this little fucking game of let's try to make Shannon look awful. But I guarantee it's never going to work. It's not going to work. Because the more you attack me, the more you come at me, the more people are going to see that you're the only one who's attacking me. You're the only one who's coming to me. And the more you play my videos, the more people are going to hear what I'm actually trying to communicate to people, that these people are dangerous and you're aligning yourself with people who will drop docs on you, okay? Just because they do it to me doesn't mean they're not going to do it to you, because if you go out of line even the slightest, they're going to do it to you. They're going to do it to you. A lot of people are silent now. A lot of people won't even say my name because they've been so intimidated and so hated by these people. Now, let me tell you, people who feel intimidated over saying my name or trying to say, yeah, I like Shanny. How about you put your big boy pants on and just say you like Shanny? And show them that you're not going to be intimidated. You're not going to be put down. You're not going to be told what to say and who you're supposed to like. You go tell those people that. You let them know what your boundaries are. You don't care if they're going to do all this stuff to you. You tell them you're not going to bully me. You're not going to intimidate me. You're not going to make me shut up. Because here's the fact, I have every right to be here on YouTube like everyone else, and I have every right to express myself how I want to express myself like everyone else. If I'm bothered by constantly being harassed by people, I can say it if I want to. If I am bothered by people constantly coming at me, I can say it if I want to. Okay? You could go call it critique and criticism all you want, but it's unwanted. So it turns from critique to harassment. I never asked for your criticism. I never asked for your critique. I never asked for your mean-spirited, unthoughtful comments. I never asked for that. I asked to be loved. I asked to be respected. And since you won't respect me as a human being, well, I'm just going to show you who I am. And I'm going to show everyone who you are. Because the only problem you have is yourself. I don't have a problem with you people. You have a problem with me. You're the one trying to invent one scenario over another scenario, trying to get me to react. Well, the only reactions you're going to get is me calling you a bully. The only reaction you're going to get is me telling you what you need to do is just stop and stand back. Because I will start showing people more and more what you do. In fact, I might just start a little Shanny exposing channel and just put all that shit on there. I've put up with years of abuse from you people. Years of you calling police on me with these stupid fucking wellness checks. Years of you calling CPS, oh, I'm worried about her children, when you're really not. All you people want to do is try to make my life more difficult than what it is. And it's disgusting to do to a human being you don't even know. You don't even know me, but you pretend that you know me. You pretend that you know me, and you don't. You make me into someone that I'm not, and you try to place it on everyone. Oh, Shannon says the N-word all the time. No, I don't say the N-word all the time. I said it once, and then a couple times to another person, and they were white. What you did see is a bunch of fake Shanny accounts saying it over and over and over and over again. Fake Shanny accounts, not really me, but them. But you keep bringing it up. Oh, I said a word. I said a word. Who cares? You've said more hateful words than me than I've ever said out of my mouth.
Definitely.
You call me a racist? You're fucking racists. Because you hate your fellow man. You hate your fellow man without a cause. Without a cause. She said something one time and she did the awful birthday. What? 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 Why don't you look in the mirror and see what you're actually doing to someone? Why don't you look at the mirror and look how you treat people? You're trying to put yourself as this like big, wonderful, moral human being. But you're not moral. You know why you're not moral? Because you purposely go after people. You purposely go after people you feel and you deem that need to be harassed. judge. You're not the law. You're just some idiot who has their feelings all in a tuff. I don't have any enemies because I don't make any enemies. You make me your enemy. For some reason, you make me your enemy. And it's like, dude, if you were just chill with me, I'd be chill with you. But there comes to a point where it's like, you guys are literally pulling up old file, private information of me just to try to humiliate me and try to make me stop. And it's not going to work. Because you know what? I'm not ashamed of me trying to go in the military and being kicked out of it for having borderline personality disorder. I'm not going to feel ashamed of it. There was the longest time I did feel ashamed for it. I really did. I felt ashamed so bad that I got kicked out of the military for having borderline. And I ignored my mental health for years because of it, because of that shame. Because of that stigma people put on mental illness, I felt ashamed of it. I felt embarrassed. Like, how could I have this mental illness? But it was my raising. My parents always made me feel bad. I was actually diagnosed with clinical depression at 16. I was diagnosed with critical depression at 16. You know what my mom did? My daughter doesn't have no fucking disease, and she doesn't need to go to a fucking shrink. Hence neglecting something that I really needed. Something that would have fucking helped me. No, my mother didn't allow it because she didn't want a child who was crazy.
Excuse me.
Spoken like a true abortionist, mother.
True. You're right, honey. People are being awful.
Yeah, my mom treated her womb like Nazis treated the Jews. Let's just say that. My mom killed more of her children than I've ever even done to freaking insects. So, you know, my mom's womb is a womb of death. She's killed so many of my brothers and sisters. So, like, I have no respect for a woman who uses abortion as a method of birth control. I don't have respect for you. I really don't. Because I lived every day of my life with my mother telling me how much she wish she should have aborted me. Every day I was told that. You should have been aborted. You should have been aborted. Imagine what that does to a child's mind. And how that fucks someone over. How that makes someone's mind. Of course I would have borderline if I'm told I should have been aborted every day. Why wouldn't I have early childhood trauma? Why wouldn't that be traumatic? I wish you were dead. That's what my mom basically said. I wish you were dead every day.
Oh my God.
And then I went in the military trying to escape them, and I got kicked out. You know, the whole time I was in there, I got no letter. I got no phone call. I got nothing. And I saw all these girls in boot camp, and they got all these letters from their family and all this love, and it felt so hard that, you know, after seeing that, I freaked out. I freaked out in the military. I did, because it just hurt so bad. And that's when I realized, yeah, I have borderline because I'm trauma. And that's when they diagnosed me with it, because they saw that trauma. The military saw that trauma. And for the most part, they didn't treat me like shit. They treated me very respectfully, because they realized I had all this abuse in my background. And so my parents fucked me up, even being able to be in the military, because I was so abused. You know, and I'm not trying to be a victim. I survived this shit. I survived this shit. You know, I'm not a fucking victim, but I survived it, you know. But it doesn't mean that it still doesn't hurt. And these people bringing up this trauma like this and trying to intimidate me and belittle me, it's not going to work. Because I'm not ashamed of it, because all of it wasn't my fault. I didn't ask to be abused by my parents. Like, I don't ask being abused by you guys. I don't. I don't deserve anything what you guys are doing to me. I don't.
No.
You know, I've said sorry. Every time I act out, I say sorry. I apologize. I take hold of my actions. I've said sorry I don't know how many times. And it's still never good enough with these people. And my mom, she gets involved with these people and she puts shit in their head and make them continually to hate me. Her abuse for me never ended. It never ended. Like the things I hear her saying, she has other people say back to me. You know, it's to the point where I probably should put a restraining order on her because she has harmed my life and a lot. She has harmed my life a lot and turned me into a person that I shouldn't have been. You know, because ultimately, deep down inside me, I have a beautiful heart. Thank you so much, Bull. Thank you, baby girl. Thank you. I'll be going out soon. I gotta get myself the taco ingredients and then my son's birthday cake ingredients today. So that's what I'm doing today is basically cooking. And I'm actually going to have a Cinco de Mayo live stream where I'll be cooking for you guys. But don't trust these people on the internet, man, that are in the drama community because this is what they do. They'll bring up your old shit just to hurt you, just to traumatize you again. Like these people, they don't belong in my life. And I don't want them in my life. I want nothing to do with them. And they continue to push themselves in my personal life. And if you think my military records isn't personal, you got to be out of your fucking mind because it's very personal. You know, bringing up people's personal files like that is disgusting.
I think the main reason they did it was to trigger you.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they didn't really get a trigger in. They got a woman exposing them.
Yeah. Exactly. You're not triggered. I'm saying that was their
goal. That was their goal, but it didn't work.
No.
Instead, it just got me really fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
Where I'm gonna keep talking what you guys are doing. I'm just gonna keep talking, and eventually, people are gonna see through your bullshit and know what I'm saying is true. Because bringing up my FOIA files, I think that's pretty good evidence that you're stalkers. I think that's really good direct evidence that you're stalkers. Is you bringing up people's FOIAs for what? What does this have to do with anything?
Right.
How does this affect you in any way? What does this have to do with YouTube? Is my personal records at 17. Please tell me what this has to do with you, because I guarantee you won't have anything to say. Anything. I guarantee it.
Well, I've heard what they say. They call themselves investigative journalists, and they're not.
Yeah, you need a license for that.
Yes, you do. You need credentials. You need to be credentialed.
You need to be credentialed.
You can't just walk in somewhere and say, "Hi, I'm media." That
no,
is how it works.
No, you have to have a media pass. You've heard of those, right?
Press credentials.
Press credentials. You don't have that. What you are is a nosy busybody that uses that word as an excuse to your stalking.
Yes.
You're a stalker. A disgusting human being. Someone that needs to be put in jail.
Similar to paparazzi.
Like, you should be, like, seriously, people who stalk people like this should be locked up.
I agree. Paparazzi included.
Yeah, paparazzi included. Yeah, the paparazzi shouldn't be allowed.
No.
What they do is completely just violating to humans.
Yeah.
Like, you think just because someone's a celebrity, you can stalk them? Like, I saw this video by Ryan Upchurch yesterday. He posted it. And these fuckers Do you know what they did to Ryan Upchurch? They drove to his house with their kids. With their kids, got out of their car, went on his porch and asked him for a picture. Excuse me? Are we saying now it's appropriate to go to strangers' houses to get them pictures because you see them on the internet?
You out of your mind?
You're out of your mind. The first thing I would have done was call the police.
Yeah.
The second thing I would do was get any freaking weapon I could find, open up my door and say, if you do not leave my house right now, I will use my castle law. And don't you say I don't have castle laws. I live in the state of Colorado, and it has Texas-based castle laws.
Yeah, they do.
So if you step on my property, I can protect myself. And there's nothing you can do. The cops come in and say, oh, well, that was unfortunate for that person. They shouldn't have been so stupid and stepped in your house. Have a nice day, ma'am. And they take the body and go.
Well, pretty much. Yeah, that's true.
So, bring it. Bring it. The people who robbed my car, man, if we were there, we could have slaughtered you.
Yeah, literally.
And we would have gotten off.
No problem. Yeah.
Because it's our house.
Our property for now. Yeah, that's correct.
Castle laws are important.
Very. Right to privacy, right to property.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I have a right to my privacy. I have a right to my own private files.
Yes.
You know. And by the way, the letter you sent me, guess who? The letter you sent me, I called every number that was on that letter and reported your ass to them. So have fun with that. Because it says specifically in FOIA laws, it's not meant to intimidate and harass people. And what you did was completely unwanted. And since I called and said, hey, you gave my file to someone that was that's stalking me, you're about to get in a lot of legal problems. So have fun with going to jail. Have fun being fined. Have fun being in front of the judge. All the times you guys put me in front of the judge just for my cases to be dismissed.
Yeah.
All the times you try to get me swatted.
Which they deny.
Yeah. Trying to get me for... this is how stupid Boulder PD is. Trying to get me to resist an arrest without any reason to arrest me. Yeah, you got me for resistant arrest. The cops was like, they took me to the hospital because I had a mental breakdown after they arrested me. And I forgot who I was because it was that bad. I forgot who I was. I completely broke. Like my mind just shattered. So they brought me to the hospital. I remember a cop coming in and be like, you got a summons. You got in trouble for a resistant arrest. And I was like, resistant arrest for what, you fucking moron? And he walked putting his head down because he knew it was full of shit.
Huh.
And the doctor came in like,
what's that?
Like, he was like, believe it or not, they do this all the time to people.
There you go. And that's okay?
No. It's not okay to arrest people without a cause and then try to tag them with resistant arrest.
Exactly what they did.
That is the most stupidest thing I have ever fucking heard in my entire life. That's why everything's been dismissed.
Right. You had a good judge.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And the DA knew I am not going to win this and I'm going to look really bad in court.
Yeah.
And the cops are going to look really bad.
Yeah.
And they should look bad. Fuck them. They're pieces of shit.
Yeah, the Boulder's horrible.
Yeah, they are. The other day, 2 days ago, I had CPS show up at my house again. with two cops. Two cops this time.
Yeah.
CPS showed up again with two cops. They're the files being like fucking like closed, by the way.
Yeah.
But because there was nothing there. But it was funny. I like when the cops were leaving, I was like, you know what? I like you cops. You're not like those prick Boulder cops. And they all laughed and they're like, we know we are. Like, like you don't understand. All the outside cops from Boulder, they all know how fucking shit Boulder PD is.
They do.
Like they like seriously, they need to just completely defund the whole Boulder police and then start up anew. Start up anew. Just get rid of all of them because they're all fucking garbage. They're all garbage. They're all corrupt. And they all tagging people just for...
Well, they got judged, Shanny, didn't they?
Shut up, Jason.
I ain't saying a word.
But seriously, man. Like, I have gone through so much crap because of people on the internet. So much crap. Do you honestly think I'm just going to continue to be silent after going through this over and over and over again? You think I'm just going to be silent and let you walk all over me anymore? No. Nah, I'm not going to be silent. I'm not going to let you walk all over me. No, you're all going to be shown for your true character, and people are going to know who you are, what kind of person you are, and what you do to others, and how you abuse your fellow man. You're abusers of mankind. Abusers. And you're not going to get any far in life. You're not. You're not. That's why most of you drama communities, you get to about a certain number of people and then it just stops. There's no growth to your channel anymore. You know why? You're not growing. You're not growing. You're not making new type of content. You're not showing people your abilities or your creativity. All you're doing is just hate talking and saying, oh, look how horrible this person is, while ignoring the fucking horrible, inhumane crap you do to others. Like, you want to call me horrible over little tiny events in my life? You spend every day 24/7 attacking people. Don't say I'm an awful human being when you spend 24/7 attacking people and spend hours just saying one insult toward one person to another insult to another person and just looking for any video, any type of content so you can go and try to bully people into submission. Well, you ain't going to intimidate me. You ain't going to bully me into submission. All you do is going to open my mouth even more and more and more. And more people are going to see it. They're going to see how abusive you people are. And they're going to know that you're mentally abusing a person who is mentally ill. I'm a protected class. I am a protected class. If you like it or not. I'm just as a protected class. And I would say even more than people of ethnicity. Because I actually have a sickness. I have a severe mental illness that 1 out of 10 people die from. 1 out of 10 people die from my illness who have it. They die from it. And you know what it is? It's the S word. They die from that. And a lot of you people know they die from that. And a lot of you people want to try to get me to do that to myself. It ain't gonna happen. I spent all of 2020 trying to do that to myself. It never worked. I had to get therapy because I kept doing this to myself. Over and over again. Look at that. I kept doing that to myself. That's because I felt so bad about myself. I felt so low
so much.
that I did that. Am I ashamed of it? No. Because I legitly did not want to be here anymore. I legitly did not like I felt useless. Because I kept getting made fun of for having chronic depression. I kept being made fun of for having like problems. I kept getting made fun of for that. And I kept getting made fun of for how I talk, how I look. Everything was completely ridiculed. Everything was up to a debate or what they say criticism. It's actually harassment, but it was just constant, and it still is. And it got to me in a really bad way, man. And I don't want any other people to go through this, so I might as well speak what I've gone through for other people. I might as well be that person for those people who are going through what I'm going through. And to let people know that if they're willing to do this to me, they're willing to do this to you. Don't think they're not just because they put a smile on their face. These are narcissistic, abusive people. They are malignant narcissists. And they spend their whole day and night trying to intimidate, trying to antagonize, trying to hurt others. All day. All day. Ah, did you see what this person said? Did you see what this person said? This is exactly why in the Bible it says that gossipers will inherit hell. Like when I was younger, I never understood. I was like, gossip, it's just celebrities, whatever. I just slap it away like it's just celebrity. It doesn't matter. But I didn't realize at the time that these celebrities, they're people. They're human beings. They're just like you and me. They have feelings. They have feelings and thoughts. And you're tearing these people up about what they do in their life when it's none of your business. Oh, you put there in the public. It's still none of your business, even if they put it out in the public. It's still not your point. It's still not you. It's still not your purpose. It's still not your right to go to that person's life and try to make their life even worse because you don't like an action they've done. No. That's not your business. It's still not your business. Even if they put their shit out there for everyone to see, it is not your business to try to insert yourself in that person's life. That's not your business to do. What your business is to watch and be like, whoa. And that's it. That's all your purpose should be. Not trying to insert your person into someone's life that they don't even know you. Okay, you may be as fascinated as you want with that person. When that person says, I don't want you in my life, you're creepy, that's when you need to go and realize I'm overstepping boundaries. And really, a lot of you now have overstepped so many of my boundaries that I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to say it and talk about it until eventually YouTube does something about you guys. And I ask all content creators who being abused by these people to start speaking out and start trying to get YouTube's attention to this so this stuff ends. Because it's a bigger problem. And it's happening to all of the people who are actual content creators. Actual content creators. Okay? Reactors, they're not really content creators. You're just seeing them react to someone else's content. That's what you're seeing. That's not content.
Nope.
That's not content. That's actually them stealing content.
Yep.
Now, the morons are like, well, you talk about other people. Aren't you stealing content? No, because I'm not using their content.
It's all your voice.
It's all my voice. It's my opinion.
Yep.
You're actually using their content and barely saying anything audible. You're just playing their whole content, and every once in a while you say something underhanded, a low-leveled pot shot. That's all you do.
Yep.
I'm going to keep speaking. I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep exposing you guys. But right now, Mama Shannon, she got to go. I got to get some groceries for my kids. I want to get my cake stuff for my son because I got to make a Dr. Pepper Coke bottle cake for my baby, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to make a video out of it, too.
Hit the join button, folks.
Yeah, hit the join button. If you want to talk to me, hit the join button. I'm at the point now where I've gotten so much hate that, you know, I feel like the join membership button is the only way how I can protect myself from actual hateful human beings. So, yeah, I'm going to protect myself from actual hateful human beings. Because I have a right to protect myself from hateful human beings. So, if you don't want to be exposed as a creepoid, maybe not do creepy things. If you don't want me to call you out on being cruel to people, maybe you shouldn't be so cruel to people.
Amen.
You have a problem and you don't understand it. You don't understand that your problem is your problem, okay? Don't project your problems onto me, okay? Because I hate no one. You're the ones who are the ones hating me. I'm not hating you. You're hating me. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to show this hate to everyone. You see how you hate me? You see it? Look, you're hating me. Basically, I'm basically training you like a motherfucking puppy, and I'm taking you by the scruff of your neck, and I'm rubbing your nose in your own fucking shit, so maybe you can smell it and learn not to shit on people anymore. Peace and marinade.